What's going on, guys? My name's Jack. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the videography equipment that you're going to need to make money-making videos. This is one part of a bigger series, which is linked down below. And essentially, this is my Make Money-Making Video series, teaching you everything I know about making money-making videos, from video editing all the way to videography and filming that stuff yourself. Essentially, we're already in the playlist right now, or if you're not, click the link down below and it'll take you to the playlist, the full playlist teaching you everything. Without further ado, let's get into the videography equipment that you need to make money-making videos. Essentially, you're going to want to start off with a camera. Obviously. Now, it doesn't matter what sort of videos you're creating, whether it be a music video, a product video, a club video, all across the board stuff, you obviously need a camera to be able to make any of these videos. So I grab yourself a camera. More importantly, I grab yourself a really nice lens as well, because, you can get almost any camera. I'm not going to say that. You can't get almost any camera, but you can get, pretty much the majority of cameras are going to do you good for the majority of video production, but it's just that lens. You want to ensure that you're getting a great lens. I always tell people I'd probably go for an average camera, but an amazing lens, rather than an amazing camera, but not a good lens. You know what I mean? The lens is everything. The lens is how you get the nice picture and everything. And, depending on the type of videography you're doing as well, I might look for a camera with good in-body stabilization as well. But moving on with the list, a tripod, aka stabilizer / gimbal, overall just something to rest your camera on. Tripod, you could go for two different options. If you're just shooting stuff in a studio and it's, very simple stuff and, you got a pretty light camera, you could go for just a nice, simple, cheap tripod. Overall, it's definitely an option. However, for the majority of cases, I'd probably suggest that you go with a more sturdy, stable tripod. This way, you're not going to run into any trouble when you're going out into the field shooting, literally anything. With a much more sturdy tripod like the one on screen right now, you're going to be getting a nice effect with it, opposed to a skinnier, small one like the one I'm using right now to record my YouTube video, which, like I said, works great if you're in a small studio and there's no wind or anything like that, and you literally just got to have something that props the camera up, opposed to bringing a small pencil-like tripod like this one out into the field and then having the wind blow it or whatever. So a decent tripod, definitely useful. Decent stabilizer / gimbal, also very useful. You could get a stabilizer or you could get a gimbal, depending on the type of videos you're creating. Both of them are going to offer a unique kind of approach to stabilization and a unique approach to creating a nice, smooth, still shot. Personally, I'm going to be looking into getting myself the DJI Ronin S a little bit later in this year, probably in a couple months, as it's a pretty good gimbal, and it just came out recently, and I've definitely got my eye on it. Definitely looks like it could improve my production. So a stabilizer / gimbal, definitely important when wanting to actually make money-making videos in terms of videography. But again, think about what sort of productions you're going to be making, because if you're just shooting a bunch of product videos in the office, you're not going to need a crazy stabilizer and gimbal. But likewise, if you are shooting a bunch of stuff like music videos, club videos, more interactive, immersive things, you're going to want yourself the top of the range equipment like a stabilizer, a gimbal, all that sort of stuff, to be getting those perfect, much higher production value shots. So by all means, keep that in mind. Next up, lighting. Now, the two types of lighting you could go for, again, depending on what sort of videos you're creating. If you're just creating kind of product videos with a nice seamless background or whatever, you're going to want to go for a few nice soft boxes. For example, like the one I got up here, lighting my face up right now while I'm making this video. And a softbox is going to enable you to just get a pretty nice rounded light, especially if you got two of them on either side of the product or whatever the subject of your shot is. And essentially, if you're doing stuff in a studio, some soft boxes could be great. However, again, if you're doing some stuff outside of the studio, whether it be a music video, whether it be in a dark place like a club, which is a bunch of stuff I've had to do, and I've had to get myself an on-camera light, an LED light. I'll leave the one that I got down below in the description, along with all the other stuff I've talked about. And essentially, an LED light can help wonders. An LED light can really just, improve your fucking shots so much. It's insane. It's my bad for swearing there, but I just remembered how much improvement this did when I was shooting over a year ago on the Canon 600D. A very old camera, so it was pretty goddamn, staticky and noisy in the footage, but we had to get this light, bought the light, threw it on the top. Simple LED light for probably like 30 bucks or 20 pounds off of Amazon. and you know what I mean, it made a massive difference. So depending on what sort of productions you're shooting, an on-camera light could be useful, and also softboxes could be very useful as well. Next up, a microphone. Now a microphone is optional. It really is. Depends what sort of stuff you're shooting. For the majority of stuff I shoot, I don't have to, you know, use the, you know, raw audio. Obviously, for example, a product video, I'm not going to use the raw audio of just the static in the air. For example, a music video, I'm not going to use the raw audio because you know, sound pretty terrible. Like, I'm gonna put the song over it. Obviously, for the nightclub, I'm not gonna use the raw audio. They're gonna send me a track to put over. For the majority of stuff, you're not using the raw audio. However, there is definitely things you are using the raw audio for. For example, I have used filmed nightclubs, more importantly, specific artists that I've needed audio for. I've also filmed this YouTube video here, which I need audio for. I've done voiceovers for clients, which I needed a microphone for audio. So definitely a microphone is important, but again, it's dependent on what sort of productions you're creating. Personally, I use the Rode VideoMic with the Rycote Lyra mount. I'll leave that down below in the description. I've also got a whole review on it on my page as well. Finally, or not even finally actually, next up is SD cards. I'll be quick on this because it's pretty boring. It's just some SD cards. Basically, just get yourself some pretty significant amount of storage SD cards. I'd probably suggest at least a 32 gigabyte to a 64. Depends what you're filming, but in the majority of cases, it's going to be stocked up, you know, very fast. I get yourself at least 4 different memory cards. But again, if you got 2 64 gigabytes, that's probably decent for a shoot, but it depends what shoot you're doing. That's just what does me for like an average club or an average music video scene or whatever. And essentially, get yourself some good SD cards. If your camera supports 4K shooting like mine does, you're going to need to get some fast memory cards, not just the whack blue ones. Like, I got one around here somewhere. Boom, hold on. Not just these whack little blue ones, right? Which is that funny, I had that on standby. You're gonna want the extremely fast ones that are gonna be able to write HD, not even HD, 4K video, and you know, do slow motion, all that sort of stuff. Essentially, you're definitely gonna want some faster memory cards. Don't be fooled if you don't know what different types of memory cards mean. The blue, cheaper ones are shit. They're crap. Don't get them. Get the better ones. Your ones that say extreme on it with the 90, 95 write speed, whatever. Get yourself some better, you know, some faster memory cards, some faster SD cards, rather. Finally, professional editing software. In some cases, you guys might just be filming to give them all the clips and then not be the editor. That's cool as well, so you might not need the professional editing software for that, but for the majority of cases, or at least the videography projects I've been involved in, I've also been soliciting editing fees as well, or, you know, offering editing fees, editing services as well. So I've had to have professional video editing software because I film it, then edit it. So I'd suggest you guys get yourself Premiere Pro. If you're on Mac, you could also get Final Cut Pro. If you're on Windows and you love being totally Windows operated, you could get Sony Vegas, but if you're on Windows, you could get Premiere as well. I would suggest Premiere Pro. Sony Vegas is okay. Final Cut, okay as well. Overall, I get one of those 3 professional video editing software. And thank you guys for watching the videography equipment that is going to help you make money making videos. I've been Jack. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Make Money Making Videos. If you don't know where that is, the playlist is down below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Make Money Making Videos.